This is how to upload your list from your CommentSold to your Klaviyo. And this one is specifically for email. So within your CommentSold, click on Customers, left-hand side, and then click Email Customers Export as CSV. This will make it so that as soon as the export is ready, that it goes directly to your email. We've already done this step. Okay, so that has come to our email and we have downloaded it. And our next step is going to be to sort our spreadsheet so that we are only subscribing people who have specifically opted in. We prefer to do that in Excel. Some people prefer numbers, but we love working in Excel. And the reason that we're doing this is text messaging is federally regulated. So if someone says that they didn't opt in, you actually have to be able to store the opt-in information from the last 7 years. So you have to be able to submit that to TCPA compliance, showing that they did opt in. Email marketing is different. So email marketing, there are obviously best practices, but there is quite a bit of gray area. And email marketing is generally regulated on the state level, which is why some people will buy and sell email lists. One thing to really pay attention to if you're doing that is that you are doing at least monthly cleaning of your email list. And that's for two different reasons. If you're not frequently cleaning your email list, it will decrease your open rate. And with the most recent iOS updates, any open rates below 30% will likely end up in the spam or the promotions folder. And also because on the back end of each email platform, such as MailChimp, OmniSend, and Klaviyo, there are health scores. And those health scores will also impact your deliverability. So what we are going to do in this spreadsheet is we are only going to sort for the people who have specifically opted in to our email program. So we are going to select the entire sheet by clicking the top corner. Going to go into data, ensure that it knows your list has headers, and then down to marketing email. I prefer to sort it Z to A so that the yeses come up first and I don't have to waste my time with any that say no or are in A. So here is our marketing email column here. And you'll see that there are quite a few NAs, and this will be very common within people who have had CommentSold for a while. The NA is from before, are people who registered before the time when CommentSold was actually collecting those email address permissions and syncing them over to the customer. So this is one thing where knowing your state laws will really help, because if it's within the laws of your state to send to these people, it can make a huge difference to your list size. If it is not, I wouldn't recommend it, and you can get those people to opt in other ways. So what we're going to do is delete anybody who is not a yes. And then when you submit a list to Klaviyo, it will want all of the information. And any column that you have, it will want you to apply some type of a property to that column. So what we do is we delete all of the columns that we are not adding any information in for. And we already know that these are all yeses, so we were able to delete the email column. The referral code, this is something we can talk about in another training, but that referral code, if you're a boutique that uses it, you can populate a custom property inside of Klaviyo that will automatically send an email to one of your customers with their referral code and encourage them to use it. So you can include all of the information that you'd like. I would recommend using or including the zip code. So if you wanted to send out an email for locals or an email for a specific state, let's say if you are launching a shirt about the state Illinois, right? You can actually go in and create a segment with the zip code and say anyone who's within 50 miles. If you are based in Texas and you would like to do a warehouse sale, you could say anybody who is within the state of Texas or anybody who is within 200 miles of this specific zip code. So we do recommend leaving all of this information here. The name, we do not recommend leaving. And the reason is that the way that CommentSold exports their information is with the first and the last name. Most other platforms will export the information with the first and the last name separate. And so that will enable you, if you have a first name code within an email, to say, hi, Jane, welcome to Rural Hays. But in this instance, it's going to say, hi, Jane Casper, welcome to Rural Hays, which is applicable to them, right? But when we did a bunch of A/B testing regarding including someone's first or their first and last name, we actually found that if you include their first and their last name versus no name at all, you have a lower conversion rate. And The theory is that the theory is because it seems a little bit too automated. So for that reason, we recommend deleting the name. If you are also synced with Shopify, the first and the last name, if it is connected with this email inside Shopify, it will export over to, it will export into Klaviyo automatically, and then these profiles will merge. So any information you put in here, as long as it shares an email address, it will emerge into that already existing profile. So we're just going to click save because this is all of the information that we want to import. Okay, now we are going to go into create list/segment, and we're going to create a list. And so just real briefly, the difference between a segment and a list is something that you're uploading or that you are integrating in, right? A segment is based on something that somebody has done. So a list might be, CommentSold list, so everybody who has signed up through CommentSold. A segment, you can make it say anybody who has ordered product or anybody who has ordered a size small, something like that. So we are doing an upload, so it's going to be a list, and we're going to title it CommentSold and today's date. We're going to click list. And then if you are going to import people into this list, meaning if this is part of your CommentSold integration, or if this is a list that you're going to use for a Shopify integration, be sure to toggle it as single opt-in. And what this will do is ensure that when someone signs up for a pop-up or an embed form, that they don't get an email asking them to specifically confirm that they want to be a member of that list. But please bear in mind, if you are using single opt-in, you will need to ensure that you're cleaning your list consistently, as you could end up with bots, you could end up with people who aren't necessarily engaged and therefore won't open, and therefore will bring down your open rate. Okay, we're going to go up to manage list, and we're going to import our contact. Select our spreadsheet. And then there's a few different terms that are used within Klaviyo and CommentSold. So we just need to ensure that those are synced over. And then also we want to ensure that we are subscribing these people to email marketing. So as it states here, you have to be sure that they're explicitly consented. And then we are going to click and confirm that these people are. For street address, we are just going to change that to address. City is city, state, state. These are all correct. And then under here, we're going to click on zip code. And then we are going to click on import review.